Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. How are you doing on this lovely February 19th, 2022? That's right. I'm hoping you're all doing well. It is effectively Friday, folks. Effectively Friday. And
Pretty
that
much.
means...
Come on. Here we go.
You know, we're on a go. We're going to go.
We go.
All right, we got to go. We got to go. We're going fast today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, we're going to jump into fun right away after some very, very brief discussion, because on Saturdays, there's no news. On Fridays, there's all the news. On Saturdays, there is nothing new under the sun, all right? All the folks in France, in our offices... We're out of here, you know what I mean? Over in Argentina, they're out of here. The people in Korea, they're taking the day off. So, we'll talk about one thing that you see on your screen, and then we're going to talk about a couple of bug issues that were reported, just to see if you could squeak out the special details in here. Because, you know, we can't always talk about the ups. Sometimes we have to talk about the downs, the things that we're working on, the things that we're fixing as we're getting ready for Alpha Season 2. Folks. And we're talking about the Sandbox news here today. If you're following at Squigglyverse, who was one of our previous interviews here on this live stream, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. UTC, at Erica Nat Zero, helped people make their metaverse avatar. After learning inside Squiggly classes, they're now upgrading to teaching them. But tomorrow, as the brief bit of news, and my monitor hasn't been used on that computer in a little minute, you see that? Half Dork, who we recently rated at the end of one of our live streams here, will be teaching you new skills as an intro to the Sandbox Game Maker. You may already be following them over on twitch.tv after our raid the other day, but starting once again at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, US, 6 p.m. UTC, tomorrow, on Sunday, February 20th, they're here in the chat, and they're going to be sharing some details to help you build the skills you need to know inside the Sandbox Game Maker. So if you're just getting started, if this is one of your first times ever viewing a The Sandbox Game live stream, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, we're reviewing games here on these streams, but how do they even make them? These are the kind of streams you're going to want to be watching. Make sure you keep up with Squigglyverse, keep up with Half Dork, keep up with Touche and Andy Ritchie and those people who live stream regularly, specifically teaching you those skills.
So many wonderful people, like, just spreading the love to get this sandbox really flowing and continuing.
Yes.
Like, we got Princess IO over here giving us a nice raid on Twitch. Welcome, Raiders. And how's it going, Meta Nerd? We got the music's fire back up in here. I'm just doing a little backtrack here as we say hi to everybody.
Yeah, it's good
Papa
stuff.
Duke up in here. Oh yeah, total Chad up on YouTube.
Seeing a good morning from India. Chad. Good morning.
Oh man,
love them.
You know, these lovely people joining us right away after they already got to see your mug once.
Yeah, you know, it's the Saturday, and that's the cool thing. It's a double feature, Joe feature, I guess. If that's a cool thing, I don't know. Somebody tell me. Somebody save me. So we're going wild here because it's a Saturday. You know how it is. We're hanging out. We're having fun. We already have a game queued up, folks. If this is your first time watching the Good Morning, Afternoon, Evening show each and every day, 5 days a week on this live stream, with the exception of my Wednesday and my Sunday, we're doing gameplay of your games and giving direct feedback of those games here on this live stream. Dancing Sweater says, where's the jacket, Joe? Dancing Sweater. I don't know if you've ever looked at VOD content before, right? It always bothers me in a dumb and insignificant way if I record things back to back on the same day, sometimes I'll change my entire outfit. Literally, I'll just be like, well, all right, new show, new thing. It's going to be VODed differently later. I don't want to look like I went from one to the other and didn't put in some effort for you, you know?
I mean, what else are we going to do working from home, you know, being at home all these times? Like, we're right here with you guys throughout this, you know, throughout the Backstreet Boys reunion tour that is the pandemic. We've been able to work from home quite effectively and gotta recycle our clothing a little bit.
There it
Otherwise,
is.
you
There
end
it
up
is.
in the same sweatpants every day.
Feeling like Superman, you know what I mean? You just go into the closet and you're like, "Brrr," and you do a little tornado spin. You come out, boom.
Oh yeah. Well, that's you every time you take off your glasses, right?
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Can't even tell who you are.
Clark Kent. Who is that?
Right.
Who's that guy? Nobody would ever know. Z11 asks, how do you get a chance to win Season 2 Alpha? And just bought land near Binance. Thank you, Joe. Awesome. So Z11, I hope that you got that in the most recent land sale. That was out there, well, 2 land sales ago now, I suppose. But nonetheless, that was, it's good to hear that you got some land. The Season 2 Alpha opportunities are part of the press release that's coming out. You'll learn all about how you can get your chance to be in Alpha Season 2. But there is no restriction for play in Alpha Season 2. Everybody's going to get a chance to play every experience in the upcoming Alpha. So it's a wonderful time. Thank you, Holly. Holly in the chat. I shouted out Holly earlier on the live stream when I was talking about some of the personality traits that she has accidentally rubbed off on me.
Oh, recently. Yes. There is some wonderful positivity coming from all sorts of gamers here.
That's right. That's right.
We love having...
we're all about that. Positivity streamer out
having
here.
The equal opportunity, positivity flowing around.
Yes.
You just gotta cut out the negativity.
We see it all over the place, right? We see it from people like Lozen. We see it from people like VPire in the chat. We've seen it from Half Dork. We see it from Big Papa Duke even.
Right.
Even though typically I don't know why there's something about that name that makes me think like interesting feeling you know what I mean. So when is press release? Jacob Ratka asks. I really desperately want to give you the real date for when that comes out, but if I do that and then somebody's like, wait, I need to make an edit, then I would feel bad.
We got to change things up, and then we got to make the announcement to 500,000 other people again and spread that around. It's a great ordeal.
Yes, it's wild out here. So, yes, I will give you that news the day that I'm sitting. You know what? I can't even do that. There have been days. No. I'll tell you this specifically because it's funny. There have been days where on a Monday we'll have a meeting for marketing, right, at like 5 a.m. my time, and we'll have a meeting and they'll be like, okay, we're going to do this, and this week, right? Excuse me. And we make the plans, right? We organize everything. We get it all sorted out. And then somebody like Snoop, for example, might be like, I'd like to see this bit changed. And then it's just like everything's done. You know what I mean? You got to go like, all right, we'll start all over because the process was do our end, do their end, get the feedback from their end on our end. Go through, put it to these 7, 8, 10 different outlets so that they can distribute it on the internet to places like CoinDesk and whatnot to get the news out. And then you go back and maybe they sent an email late and they were like, no. And I think that that happened with the Walking Dead land sale. Insider fun tip here. With the walkers specifically, the people at the Walking Dead were like, hey, like one person, I don't even know who they are, saw the walker and they were like, I don't really like the way the walker walks. I think it needs to be a little more like, I think it was like a little more shambly or something like that, right? And less like
he needed an extra shuffle, if I remember right.
Some wild, right? Something wild. But I remember that it was literally the day of, and I had checked my email, my time. I woke up at like 1 a.m. and I just checked my email and it was like, stop the presses. And I was like, because the land sale was coming up at 5 a.m., right? They were like, rebuild the entire asset now. And then so the artists were scrambling and the world was on fire, right? And it was like, is this even going to happen? Like, are we going to have this land sale right now or do we have to delay it? And I was freaking out. It was crazy. And then, it all worked out fine. The artists were on top of it. Everybody got it approved. It looked good and it was done. So it's fun. It's fun to be in that world. So when we talk about when is this date for this announcement, I want to make sure that it's 100% going to happen, which is why for the most part, I will announce it after it gets released on Medium, just so that we know everything is good. Z11 asks, again, question, what is near the sandbox? Didn't play Alpha, and I was watching YouTube, and white lines are public streets. Z11, if you were watching, you didn't watch or didn't play in the Alpha, what happens inside the Game Maker is essentially what happens inside of the Alpha space itself as well. If you were in a space and you walked up to the border of the space depending on how a dev has designed it, the border of a space typically for like all of us as creators with regular spaces that want to have people walk back and forth, right? When you walk to the border of your space, it's going to say, hey, you're approaching the next land. Would you like to load it? And it will unload what you're in and load up the space that you're about to walk into if you say yes. And this happens on purpose to help your computer and or your mobile phone later in development or your console later in development be able to load the assets and the programming that you have made as a game developer appropriately so that nobody lags, right? That's the point. And the same thing is going to happen inside the metaverse. So we have, before we get all into that, I do want to queue up what we already have going on for today. Because today we're going to be playing some video game. All right, we're going to play a little game.
We got him.
And we've got, let's see if I can pull up my Alpha Stream Dream Team chat here. We've got the Dead World demo on page 175 that was requested from earlier in today's stream.
Right.
So we're going to be playing the Dead World demo, page 175. And then, Conrad, I'm going to tell you about a couple of bug issues that were reported this week. Because I think it's fun also. Like, we can always talk about all the good things and all the great news that's coming, but it's always good to have like clear understanding of kind of where we're at in the development phase, what we can fix, what we've recognized, and just to get a little taste of what the upcoming alpha may have in store for us. So I've taken note of 3 specific bugs, and these are the same kinds of bugs sometimes is that I find in your games when I'm testing out your games, and we give you feedback on how to fix those. And then you go back and you make the adjustments and we get your games ready for the metaverse. But one of those is it's a simple bug, race maze. It says checkpoints are not working properly. So in the race themselves, pretty straightforward. If you were to, for any reason, die, the checkpoint needs to operate as expected. And the checkpoints
turned on hard mode.
Yes, somebody turned on hard mode accidentally as a dev. They have the checkpoints in the places, but the checkpoints aren't firing appropriately. So this is usually based on when you get to a certain proximity, you're supposed to have an asset there that would make the other checkpoints get destroyed, and the current checkpoint spawns so that when you respawn, you only spawn at the checkpoint. Another bug that was noted for a different experience says invisible assets are briefly displayed as visible when loading in the experience. So you can see like a good example of this is usually when you set a staircase down, you'll want to have like a flat rectangle that is roughly the same size as the staircase itself, so that when people walk up the stairs, they don't actually have to walk up each individual stair. They just get a nice smooth run up the staircase, and then at the very top there's a landing.
While we get on our news announcements here, which are brief, you wanna get us onto our talking screen, Joe?
Do we have a talking screen, Conrad? Conrad, this is gonna be. I'm literally gonna end it with this next announcement. All right.
Dang it! I just wanted to see that beautiful mug.
I could pull you into a talking screen again, but we'll do it
front facing for everybody. We're getting love in the chat.
We'll do it soon. We'll do it soon.
But the Twitch chat over here is making memes right now.
So the last note that I want to leave here for you guys, and spoiler alert for those people who did play in Alpha Season 1, Portal Hub, the portal teleports you to a different experience than the one you chose to go to. And there is a screenshot that I will not share that is appropriate with that.
What does that mean?
What does that mean, chat? What does that mean, chat?
Joe, that's just gibberish. What does that mean?
Yes. But the chat knows. The chat knows that was not a thing in the previous alpha.
I know that wasn't a thing. I played the alpha. I was there.
What does it mean?
Don't speak at me like that. I was there.
In the before time. That's right. But that's all right. We'll figure it out. You know, what does Portal Hub mean? You know? It appears to be, based on the description, a hub, which contains portals. But where do they go? Where do they come from? I'm sorry. All right, folks. Little Legion org says Portal. More lands. Well, as you know, Little Legion org, each day in the metaverse is going to be increasingly more and more experiences, not just from a single experience level, but from a playing in the first alpha, we released roughly one a day. But in the upcoming alpha, we're releasing a minimum 3, I think, from what I recall on the map every day. So YYTTRRGG second says, isn't that the spawn point? And I can confirm that it is not the spawn point.
No, it is not. The portals were something entirely different.
Dead World demo. Yeah, so yeah, there was the main hub. The main hub. Okay, very good. Very good. Thank you. All right, and this was supposed to be Dead World demo.
Papa Duke over here. Wait, are we bringing back Club XYZ? That would be beautiful.
Yes.
100%.
Straight answer, yes.
Hell yeah.
Is it the same?
For that one.
No.
Joe, Nick Darkbringer asks,
yes.
What would be your dream sandbox game?
Ooh, that's a tough question. My dream sandbox game or my dream the sandbox game? Because they're different, right?
Right.
But let me think. I can answer probably both of those. Let's see.
Z11, you can play games just like us here. You have to download the Game Maker.
Just a game in Sandbox. Nick, I think... boy, what's the best game that's been developed so far?
Just a game in Sandbox.
Yeah, I think
if something could be developed in Sandbox, what's your dream game?
I think the best game that's ever been developed in the Sandbox, in my opinion, actually works with the retro game jam going forward. But oh man, I gotta. Oh wait, does the car not?
Oh goodness gracious!
Is the car meant to run them over? And if
that was fast. We got right into it.
Oh yeah, we're just diving. we're dying right in.
Oh, right.
There's a lot of okay. So this was done. Okay, wait. Is this guy trying to fight me or what?
No, I think he's your bud.
Oh,
or glitched. Nope, he's glitched.
Is he glitched, or is he my bud but he can't hurt me? I can't tell. Okay.
All of the above.
Oh no, he could definitely hurt me. And he's glitched.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay.
All right. That's fine.
Find the town hall.
Him. Invincible zombie.
Find the town hall. Okay.
I love the Hulk with the.
I'm gonna give feedback based on the understanding right now that these are the Walking Dead walkers, or they're meant to be.
Right. They look great.
As I noticed when I first loaded in, the quest was The Walking Dead. So if it is a The Walking Dead game jam, I like that the gate opened but then closed sometimes. Right away, they weren't everywhere. So it was described by the developer that the Walking Dead walkers are like the weather. They come sometimes, they come in waves, and you'll always have an opportunity to not interact with them. They will affect your social habits. They will affect your, obviously, health habits. But they're not the zombies of old that you want to hack and slash and destroy everything in sight. So if you had submitted this for the Walking Dead game jam, and that was your goal to win that particular game jam, then what? This guy's just gonna okay. All right, they're gonna want
what is going on with that zombie?
I don't know.
A workmeister?
They're headless.
Oh, and a random wood elf.
Okay, is this person trying to kill me or the what? Why?
No, they're trying to kill you.
All right. Okay.
I love it.
All right. But so you want to make sure that they are there should be in a The Walking Dead world based on that description opportunities to just not get attacked by them. Zombie bride. The drunk was supposed to be my husband. What? Wait, are they emotional? Do they care? Find
I think she
Lydia.
ate him. I think that's a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it. She ate him. Oh, hey, a sword.
Oh, get back there. Oh, okay. That's cool.
Oh, hey, that thing. Okay, so as I say that, I'm seeing some tunnels here. Do these tunnels lead back to where I started? And if so, oh, okay.
Kind of got our sewer system
The
here.
zombies would definitely, or the skeletons would be out of place. This would be, in an ideal The Walking Dead game, the zombie conflict would be more of a social emotional conflict. Like somebody's down here trying to give you a quest or require you to get them food so that you would have to go venture up into the walker spaces. Okay, so there was a way down.
This game is pretty well done. I mean,
Yeah, I like it. I really like
Right.
it for everything that I'm saying here. That's really not a criticism of the game. Okay, that zombie did not even swing, and there's
I
no
love him.
spawn
He's
points.
my favorite.
He just stood there and he looked me
Just
dead in my
smiling.
soul, and he's
Oh
like,
my goodness. Well, to catch up on chat a little
I
bit
fell
here.
down. Yeah. Okay.
When I finish my world, do I need sand to publish my game? I don't own land. That's a classic.
So what
question.
you will need. Oh. Okay. So what you would need if you want to publish your land into the metaverse, or your sand. I'm sorry, your experience into the metaverse is you do need a land of some type. Why is this one zombie not able to be hit?
I love.
You do need a land, or you could wait until later on as we go,
I love
and
him.
you could submit yourself to any of the game jams that we have going on.
He is kicking the crap out of
Okay,
you.
so okay, there we go. I can move.
You're stuck. Oh no.
I was
okay.
stuck. I got
There
it.
we go.
All right.
He's
We're okay.
in the car now.
He's in the car. You know what? That's fine. Maybe he's gonna take a drive. Maybe he's just gonna take a
Right,
little
right.
drive. Let's try to go over here. Nope. Can't
But
go
yes,
over there.
and then Tom over on YouTube asks, how much can you do on a 1x1 land? Is this a 1x1 land?
This is a 1x1 land.
Right.
They're pretty huge.
The lands are massive. The amount of work that has been done and that is going to happen is, oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. I can't wait for this next Alpha 2, just so we can see some more of this Alpha Hub again and,
Yes.
and really roll into the sandbox.
And another thing that, for scope and scale, for you guys to understand kind of how big, if this is a 1x1, right? And we know that this is a 1x1. There are 166,464 of these. So for the amount of experiences that you can have, it's extraordinary. You're going to get into the alpha for the first time. You're going to play in dozens of different experiences throughout that alpha season 2. I think it's 15 or so more than what we did in alpha season 1. Oh, hey, this car is just going to drive itself.
Oh, all right. Dope.
I like it. Where are you going, friend? How are you doing, dog?
There.
Right here. Just stopping right here.
That's
We're
it.
just chilling, hanging out.
And Dancing Sweater does add, for some scope here, an avatar is 1.8 blocks tall.
Yep. We try to
So
make it
these
simple and
lands
say that they're
are
2 meters, but
Right.
it's a okay. So
Got to
there
get
was-
some exacts, right?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah. So we've got in terms of height, vertical height is 128 meters from the absolute possible building floor, which is under the ground here, up to the absolute building ceiling. So you can build huge experiences. And because they do load individually, like as you see here, instance like this, you won't get hit with that weird breaking of immersion. So, imagine a world where if these were all connected and visible at the same time, they are connected, but they're not visible. If you were looking on the horizon over here to the left and you had like a giant medieval world, and then you had this like modern, mid-rise building world, and then over there you had cyberpunk world, right? It would take you out of the moment of what this is.
Right.
So to that point, it's pretty cool. Okay, so I gotta kill Workmeister.
DJ EJ
Yes.
loves me for my dance moves only. I can appreciate that.
Wait, this
Don't
what
worry.
else didn't want to kill me? And then
No, not until you
not
aggro
until I
them
hit
because you
them.
accidentally hit them.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And yes, you can
This
create
guy did.
experiences before buying land. That is what the game maker is all about.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you make a game experience for the upcoming retro game jam, right? We've got a retro game jam coming up. It starts on the 22nd and ends on the 28th. If you're making a retro game experience inside the game maker, and people like your game, and you end up getting in the top 10, then you can get enough sand. I mean, 4th through 10th place gets 1,000 sand, which you need
Right.
1,011
It's pretty
sand
big.
in order to buy the a land in the Sandbox game. So you can take that 1,000 sand and stake it in staking programs on the website. Wait until you get up to 111 or 1,011 sand, and participate in one of our land sales. Get yourself a land that way. So there's lots of
All right.
options, and then you can end up this game you've been working on in the background. You can then later publish it to that land after you pick it up.
Or
Land sales
start
are
time traveling and maybe pick up some lands that way. That's a
time
great,
travel. You're right.
great
Time
way,
travel's the
right?
way, right? It's the only real way, dude. Is this Lydia?
But Nick Darkbringer asks again, your drunkard is just around the corner there, if you can see him through the wall behind your radar.
Yeah.
Oh man!
What is that?
But Nick Darkbringer asks,
Lydia?
will there be a Sandbox approved platform to rent land? That police zombie wrecked you.
The
Can we rent some land?
the service or availability of the smart contract doesn't exist right now, right? So we got to get there
Nope.
first, and then that discussion becomes more serious. Until we get to that point, I think we're kind of. It would be better to wait until we can give a real answer. Okay, I gotta find the town hall. I know where the town hall is.
And then over here on YouTube, Wahoo Bike asks, I do believe this is in Spanish. Are there body movement sensors to already use them in the game? Or do you mean like a mocap suit kind of a thing? Because I'm not sure that there is anything that intense yet.
Hey, I got a demonic sword. Yeah, inside the Sandbox asset creation software called VoxEdit, you'll find pre-created animations for different types of characters. So you can find templates in VoxEdit, and inside that software, you will have a fully, realized character done, right? Oh, I got hit from far away again. So if you're looking for something where the character is done and ready, oh geez, I hit that guy too. What?
You gotta stop beating up our friends here.
I know. I'm beating up all our friends. You always make it back, and then hit you, Maximilian. I do. Wait, what does that mean? You always make it back, friend?
He always makes it back. Don't worry.
Okay, I gotta find Lydia. I still haven't found Lydia, friends.
Half Dork asks, will a vegetarian who becomes a zombie still want to eat you?
I think it's part of the disease. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who would do this?
Gonna force it upon you.
Humans did
Get an
this.
upset tummy.
New achievement unlocked. Humans did this.
We got Rykanos in the chat saying, Lydia is sworn to carry your burdens.
Lydia is sworn to not exist, bro. Who are these police zombies, and why do they want me dead?
And Rykanos also suggests that whoever made this game should definitely play with some of the rooftops.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That
Make
would be
like a
pretty
little.
cool.
Oh
Yeah.
man, this guy
We
hits
gotta-
pretty hard.
You were up there just a second ago getting that demon sword, right?
I was. I did get a demon sword off the rooftop, so they've got a little something going on. Is that Lydia, or is this the way out? And that was the final boss I just beat.
Well, Lydia's you just passed her, I believe, right?
Anti-zombie
Behind
shield.
the school.
Oh, that could have been useful. You know what I
Behind
mean?
the school, Travis says.
Behind the school. Oh, it's that way.
And
Oh, yeah.
yes, Dancing Sweater does remind some folks inside
Okay,
the YouTube
all right.
chat to take your time and always play your game to make sure everything you made works properly. Otherwise,
Yes.
you're going to have this happen. Go ahead, Joe.
So, as you can see here, folks, as I'm walking forward through this lush and lovely grass, I walk into the grass. And by that I mean not into it, but I hit it like a brick wall.
Just into the wall.
Because you have really two options with any asset that you place in the game. There are more than two, but two core options for grass specifically, and I always check for this. You can make it no collision, and I recommend that you do that because when you walk through grass in real life, essentially it's no collision, right? Unless it's like 6 foot tall grass, which you got to kind of go like, got to kind of push it out of the way, right? So the fact that I can jump on this grass means that this is not grass at all. This is like, it's made out of steel, you know what I mean? This one blade of grass is supporting my entire weight.
No, it's intense.
It's a small thing, but it's an important thing to make sure that your grass is no collision. And then you can copy and paste the one piece of grass all over the place so that we don't do this. We don't, like this grass here, you can see I'm even starting to like do weird collisions with it because it is collision on and I can get stuck in it. Oh my gosh, did I really just get stuck in it? Okay, so I wasn't meaning to get stuck in it.
It's just hair gel. Don't worry.
It's just hair gel. Yeah, it's just hair gel in the grass, dude.
Yeah.
It's just getting. It's like 1998. Maybe we should frost the tips. Wait, they already are.
Right. Yeah, they're already two-toned.
They're already two-toned.
We got this.
Frosted tip grass.
Welcome to the chat, Mr. Winning Vpire. Oh yeah, we got web dev up in here.
I gotta open the options. I gotta restart the game because I got stuck on the grass that we were talking about.
Butcher your name here, friend, over on Facebook.
All right.
Natakit. I did my best. I'm not even going to attempt your last name. How's it going there on Facebook? Love to have our Facebook friends. Not enough of them there.
I like it.
Soul Cancer is going to make a game called Collision Grass.
Collision Grass? Hey, listen.
I want that.
If Collision Grass is just actually a maze, that'd be funny. I'm okay with that. Right.
And to reference a question asked earlier, will there be guns available in the sandbox in the future? Missiles are not quite completed, if I remember right.
That's right. Officially speaking, missiles of any type, whether they be arrows or bullets.
When I say missiles, I mean like projectiles.
Right. But it doesn't mean they can't be done by you, and they already have been by many members of the community. If you play some of these that say TWD Game Jam in the gallery, you'll find that people have adjusted the melee items using the VoxEdit software so that on attack like this, the tip of the sword in this example goes like 10 meters out. And you don't see that on your end because it'll be like an invisible voxel, basically, right? And so you could be shooting a gun and it can have an effective range, but really it's just a sword, and your animation when you use the sword is not to swing, but to shoot, right? And those games were designed as first-person games so that you don't get that loss of immersion when your character still punches as an avatar.
Right. There's Soul Cancer does say if you speak Thai, there's some good YouTube tutorials. I have seen some of those, and it's a little complicated to get done right now. It can be done, but I might just wait till our lovely creators here figure out a much easier solution to just make a preset for everybody.
All right, so let's see here. Now the question comes in from Z11 that says, "Hey Joe, what does migrate mean on my land? And does it cost ETH for gas?" So Z11, if you picked up your land on secondary, or you picked up your land before the latest announcement of a smart contract security update, now we are offering the migration from the old smart contract land to the new updated smart contract for free. So it's safe to do on the website. If you haven't already migrated your land, it costs nothing to you. You just have to approve it and let it go. And it'll take, I think some users were reporting it was about 5 minutes. Mine felt like it was a little bit longer, but it was no big deal. It finished very quickly, and it's totally free. So
how's it going? Boot Hill over on Facebook. Catapults, I would love them. You guys rock, he says. No, you. Giving you the Uno reverse card here. And how tall can a building be?
Sure.
And you can make it your entire box of land, realistically.
Right. In theory, the real restriction in terms of like making sure that your users don't have a bad experience inside the game maker is that it just be limited in the number of faces that it is. I like to say helicopters
Are the helicopters flying
they're
backwards?
definitely flying back. They're going back where they came from. They're trying to just make sure I don't even notice. You know what I mean? Trying to make sure I don't even notice. And then they're gonna fly that way for dramatic effect later. You know,
I love this.
I'm here for it. It's okay. That one's
No, I'm into it. I want that more.
they're just
more
gonna
like that.
yeah, just yeah.
That's amazing.
Maybe make them go
Of-
over there and then despawn and then have a new set spawn based on
Something.
proximity triggers or something
Tenet.
like that. There are ways to do that.
Darkbringer says
Tenet. I like it.
Totally.
But back to the point of how tall can a building
yes.
be?
Anyways,
So you've got 128 possible blocks at 32 voxels high. But the biggest an asset can be inside of VoxEdit itself is 256 voxels tall. So what you would have to do is make a tileable asset like this building over here, right? When we're looking at this building, maybe that's as tall as the building could possibly be, and that's fine.
Right.
But then you make it so that the actual roof there isn't a roof, but rather just you have a different asset that is a roof. So you could take the base with the front door, you could take the slices in the middle of the building, and then stack the slices as you like them dynamically so that there's differences in the windows like you see here. And you stack the slices and then you put the roof on once you get it to the desired height. And the only thing that's really going to matter is that your ground level, that can go all the way down to the last block, but not no blocks. Because in the Game Maker right now, if you fall into the infinite void inside the game, whether it's in the metaverse or in the demos that you'll test here inside the Game Maker, if you touch an infinite void, you die instantly. So you can't make the spawn point over an infinite void. You have to make sure you have one layer of ground, one block level deep, and then you can start stacking things on those spaces, have a ground layer and then go from there. So yeah, I guess the theoretical maximum is 127 blocks high at 32 voxels per block. It would be a very tall building.
Right. And then we did have a question earlier in Spanish as well.
Okay.
You can add music of your choice when playing. I do believe that is just asking when can we just add in any sort of audio to
Sure.
backtrack for your games.
So we found Lydia. I'll take care of it. Whatever it is.
Okay.
I didn't read that. I should have read that just in case there were some typos or something. I know it seems dumb, but it's important.
No, it's important.
Right?
It's important because we want these folks to get to that professional game making level.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, another question comes in that's important, and I said yeah, it's after I read it, but I didn't read it out loud. FG Hanzo asks over on YouTube, Joe, what about the Sandbox Marketplace? Are there any plans for the gas fees there? I made an account for my little sister to buy her and herself an avatar. I assume that's what. But the gas fees are oof. All right. So FG Hanzo, the current marketplace at Sandbox.game runs natively on the Ethereum blockchain. But as you know, we've made some migrations lately, and we are moving assets and lands to the Polygon network soon. Meaning that as long as you have Matic tokens, you'll be able to manage the gas fees for much, much, much less. Based on the current price of Matic, if I was to try to transact on their network with a smart contract, which is more complicated than just sending cash, right?
Right.
It's less than a penny to do a transaction.
We got most of the questions taken care of. I appreciate your ability to speak Spanish, but wonderful tools online help us here, even though that we are native English speakers.
To the best of our abilities. If we get a question where we're like, this translator is wrong,
right,
we'll hit you up. We'll hit up Boise, Idaho in the chat, all right? We'll get you.
Yeah.
We'll get you there. Will Alpha 2 be fully on Matic? Bitcoin Live Watch asks. Sort of, yeah. But not entirely. Sort of, yeah, but not entirely, because not all the subsystems are on Matic, right? So the lands aren't on Matic right now, but that won't affect you. the NFTs aren't on Matic right now. We'll see how that affects anything. But now, all of that being said, Bitcoin Live Watch, Conrad can attest to this. When we were playing in the last alpha, and you went to claim your rewards at the end of the alpha period, uh, the rewards significantly offset the gas fees on the ETH mainnet. So if it is on the ETH mainnet for redeeming sand, which again, the full details are going to come out in the article for that process. And quite frankly, I can't give you that answer straight away because I don't know that answer off the top of my head. But oh, this guy just picked me up and carried me around a little bit there. That was wild.
He's showing off his strength.
Yeah, he's like, you look at this, my head is so strong.
Right.
But you know, it was like $4,000 worth of rewards or something like that, and it costs $40 to claim. So, you know, if you need to borrow some ETH, then I'm sure you got a friend or something that could manage that if it was on the ETH mainnet. But yes, fees were expensive. Polygon is the transition we're going for a lot of reasons. You know, ecological, economical. Polygon is great for a game like us, an experience like this.
Right.
And you know, ETH is just the layer one. So
FG Hanzo, we're happy that your cat's entertained. Don't worry. We got this.
Is there an estimated time when the full migration will be completed? I don't have that right now,
No.
but that's based on, you know, all these. Lydia is the person who stole her sword is at the club. Find and kill him.
Rock 808 says, I wonder why the OpenSea attack has not been mentioned verbally here yet. I've been seeing it show up in the channel a little bit. It hasn't really been relevant conversation quite yet.
Yeah, I think that's really the core of it, is that you know, at the Sandbox game, not at OpenSea, basically.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if it's something that we could control or could affect, then certainly, you know, this is something I would approach. But did she send you here?
To quell some concerns right now, there's nothing really going on as far as I'm aware when it comes to the sandbox.
Yeah, it's not a the Sandbox game thing. You're seeing, I mean, I guess since we're here,
Yeah, we're already on the subject. Go ahead.
There was an announcement that they're updating their smart contract effective February 22nd, right? I think maybe it's the 24th. I can't remember. You can see it if you open it on mobile on any of the things.
Right. It's all over the place. A lot of us are on OpenSea. That is true. It is definitely worth checking out and looking into. It is very scary news for some folks, but for the majority of us, it's just news.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we're gonna be,
in terms of what the Sandbox can do about it. It's nothing because we don't run their company, right? So we pretty much have to understand that it is a thing. And you know, if this is a wider crypto podcast or something, then maybe we'd be there. But it just doesn't come up. It didn't come up until now, I guess. So yeah. Anyway. Find the people responsible for this. What is this? So when I talked to this guy, he just says, did she send you here? And I was like, yeah, I'd like to get in the club. And then it was like, humans did this. Find the people responsible for this. So I have no real leads or indicators for these quests right now. Lydia said the person who stole her sword is at the club. Find and kill him. Should I just be murdering everyone? I don't really want to kill everybody, but I'll do it. Oh, literally, that was it. All right. We'll go back to finding Lydia. Let's go get her. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't hit me, please. Oh, no, don't hit me, please. There's no chance that I will be able to defend myself. Or, like, once you're dead in this one. Which is okay, but not ideal. In my opinion. Some people do like the one death option. Wait, what? Wait, I already got your sword. Lydia. I don't have to drop the sword back off. I have the sword. Treasure sword.
We definitely appreciate it, Rock 808. Yeah, some folks just got to resecure your wallets, check your emails, all the basic scam stuff. Seems like there is just some basic security breach. Some things that we're going to be seeing all throughout forever. Scammers.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen.
I
Unfortunately,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know. Now I'm compelled to go look it up, but I really don't
I
want
got
to.
you.
Like,
I got you an update here. Don't worry.
like I
I'm
know they
reading
got
about doing
stuff.
my research. We got some folks panicking here, so we gotta
We are currently
see if
actively
there's
investigating rumors of an exploit associated with OpenSea-related smart contracts. This appears to be a phishing
right.
attack originating outside of OpenSea's website. Do not click links outside of OpenSea.io. That's the prompt they have at the top of their website right now. So don't click links. Don't click links in your DMs. But this is always true. You know, don't trust anybody. It doesn't matter if it says that it comes from me. And you're like, but Joe, I saw your face on this live stream. Don't click a link. I didn't do it.
Yep. Can confirm from some other looks here. It really is just a phishing attack. That's been going on for quite a while. There's some OpenSea contracts that were really old that are getting updated now.
Yeah,
So,
they're doing a thing. They're doing one where, and it was, you could see it on your mobile that says, hey, you know, we're going to update the smart contract, and all of the listings that you had before the 22nd or 24th or whatever are going to expire automatically. So you have to relist things. So if you're asking yourself in a couple of days, why did the floor price on all these assets go way up? Well, it's because everything gets delisted automatically for people who aren't paying attention, which is most likely people who are trying to sell at the floor price.
Yeah, don't panic, folks.
And then beyond that, you know, you've got this now because they made that announcement. So now there's fake links coming out into the emails. So overall, it's a nothing burger. You know what I mean? It's an update that is an update. And,
I mean, don't get
just
us wrong.
Don't click links.
It's not a nothing burger. There were some people that were affected that had some extreme stuff happen, but
like the smart contract needs to be fixed. But for in terms of, I guess when I say that, I just mean like in terms of the Sandbox game, right? Like there's nothing that I can do to change that, and nothing that we can exactly. Right. Exactly. All right. Let's see if I can climb.
Okay, let's finish this game.
I'm trying to, but I can't find the humans that are responsible for this, friend.
You can heal.
Where can I heal? Save me.
I think it was by Lydia.
By Lydia?
Probably.
All right, let's check.
King of Crypto says, I'm late. Like late.
Late.
No worries.
Late.
We got plenty of days.
Okay, trying to heal. I'm trying to heal.
Ryan Max says, this game looks awesome. This game is pretty cool. It's the Dead World demo. It's currently on page 177 on the Game Maker. Lydia heals? Question mark. Does Lydia heal?
But Lydia Who's does doing that not heal? Like me. Oh, I'm seeing something interesting here. So you see the texture on the floor?
That's fun.
So yeah, what you're seeing happening here is something called Z fighting, where these objects that are laying on the ground are at the exact same depth. And so the game doesn't know which one to render as like the top layer surface. So if you do end up laying things like these carpets down there together, make sure that you do so in a way where they're just barely higher than the other so that they don't do this when the mouse moves.
Oh, man.
All right.
I see it.
Yeah, you can see that, right?
Okay. DJ EJ, I've seen you ask this 3 times now. My apologies. We're just rolling through the motions. Don't forget, folks, if we skip over your question, just post it again. We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
DJ EJ says, I have a question for Tools of Equilibrium. Can we submit multiple forums for different entries?
Yes.
100%?
This is with regards to the VoxEdit contest, correct? Is that what you mean?
So. Yeah.
Let's see if I can get back there. I was on that page just a little bit ago. Yeah, the Tools of Equilibrium. So there's no rule against submitting multiple assets, and actually you can see, I think
yes, we went over this yesterday. There was nothing saying you can't have multiple entries.
Yeah.
There just has to be, they just have to be meaningful, right?
Yeah, the guidelines here at the end, it says you may submit number 10 on the guidelines. If you're on the Tools of Equilibrium, you see VoxEdit contest guidelines. It takes me here. It says you may submit multiple assets, but they must all adhere to the above guidelines, which is all of these. All right. So if you do the steps correctly, you can submit as many as you like for creations. You just want to make sure, of course, you know, yes, it's good if you submit multiple entries, but you want to make sure those are high quality entries as well. with some good animations, maybe something that makes them stand out, in a variety of different ways. And yeah, I mean, while you're at it, get to making some of those custom assets for the upcoming retro gaming game jam, because you can have up to 50 custom assets in the upcoming game jam. So if you're looking to do a little retro gaming action. Hey, look at that. This guy just picked me up. What's up, friend? What's up, friend? Just hanging out.
Okay. Oh man, this is some of the best
so I don't know the people who were responsible for this. Let's just I'm gonna go back underground. We're gonna see if we can find somebody. This guy just looks at me and kills me. He's the one. He got me last time, friend. You got me before, but you won't get me again. Oh wait, you got me just there, but you won't get me again.
Oh yeah, we'll look at all of your assets. Don't worry, Michael. I got your undead vampire chilling right here. It's just to my left. We'll be checking that out here in a minute. We're all over the place, though.
This guy's a killer.
He's really fast.
He's really fast and really strong, and I don't like him. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. All right, what time is it now? It's almost 7 p.m., so I think if I can't find the solution to this quest right here, we'll leave the feedbacks that we have had so far.
Cyber Phoenix Studio says, y'all hype for Retro Game Jam? Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely hyped for Retro Game Jam.
I want
a healer.
Oh, look at that.
I want to see what somebody defines as retro based on the conversation that we had on this stream.
Don't hurt my feelings.
I'm going to hurt your both of them. I'm going to hurt both of your feelings, sir. Sir Conrad.
FG Hanzo, yes. Let's see what you got here for me.
Oh, yeah.
There was something you were questioning a moment ago.
I see it. It says, Conrad and Joseph, please. Yeah. What does the Web3 error wallet locked error message mean when I try to stake on Polygon?
Oh, there it is.
Okay, so first off, when you open your wallet software in the top right, actually, I think I can show you this pretty quickly. Check this out. If I click on my wallet.
While you're running through that, I want to clarify something for Galador 1987 here.
All right. Very good.
Got a question regarding the Retro Game Jam. Rules say entries must be unique and not a direct copy of existing experiences. Essentially, don't take a game somebody else has done and just copy and paste it.
Right.
Make something unique, and like by that, plagiarism rules apply, basically.
Right. Like, don't make an exact copy of, no offense, Pac-Man. That would not be applicable.
Pac-Sand. Don't make Pac-Sand.
Pac-Sand was a great game with a lot of good things going for it. It was similar to Pac-Man, but needed to be different, right? And then the same thing. Don't make Super Mario Brothers 1-1 as your game, because that's going to be quite obvious. It's definitive in the way that it plays. Now, the mechanics of those things can be used, but they need to be different. It needs to be varied, So that's how you elaborate on that. You can see in the notes that it says something a little bit to that effect, where it just says like, hey, make it close, don't make it the same, so that it feels retro but isn't a copy. Okay, so now back to the Web3 error wallet locked. You can see that the wallet is locked here, right? If I log into this, whatever. Do I have caps lock on? It's not.
Probably.
Here we go. So if I log into this and you can see it says Ethereum, this might also be a problem. I need to click that. And if you don't already have the Polygon network added, which isn't on this PC, you can click or you can add a new network to the thing, to the wallet networks here. This is on Brave browser, so it's a little different than what you're operating with if you have MetaMask, but nonetheless, you can do the same there. So you add the Polygon network to it so that you're on the Polygon network and you're unlocked in your wallet. That should make it so that you can do the transaction.
Correct. And then when it comes to the retro games, what I think of is, the 80s, Paperboy, like Motley Garage was saying. But it's going to end up, for some folks, it's going to be, what were you just doing?
I don't know. He just was climbing nothing.
I think we got to move on to another asset here, another game. This one's been a lot of fun.
It seems like I found the exit. I'm gonna
Meta Nerds over here. Quake 3 exclamation point 5 my perfect amount. It's
Quake.
I'm stoked to see what some opinions of retro are gonna be.
Yeah, I think that's that. So we talked about this on the earlier show here today, But I think in terms of what we can, thinking about just how old everyone is, you know, not just the people in the chat, but the people who are voting. I think the average age of people who are voting is like probably going to be 35 ish.
Right.
So, in mind, their version of retro might be Super Nintendo, at least in my opinion. AI Zombie Big Boss.
And for some folks, it's gonna end up being, Nintendo Wii.
Right, right. And that's, well, I mean, technically the Wii isn't retro, but whatever, right. Anything that they feel is retro, right? And
But
that's
it's right there on the cusp.
it is. It's
And
only
that's
like
the
3 years away from being in the retro block for all you
Right.
Wii gamers. So if you're thinking that Wii Sports just happened, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friend. Sorry about that. Wii Sports been out a while. No, but I'm from Contra. See, DJ EJ knows that's an NES level game, but and it is a retro game. It would definitely fall into that category. I don't know why I'm trying to kill this guy so intensely, but I just want him to not exist.
He's gotta not exist.
He's got to not exist.
Enrique says, for me, cuff, Atari.
Yeah,
Not
see,
Derek says, now I feel old.
Yeah.
We're all right there with you. Don't worry.
I was basically
we're
born with an
dying.
Atari joystick in my hand, right? Like I get that. I'm with it. But
News Master System for me.
yeah, so Sega, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so we'll step
Man.
away from this one now, real quick, because there's we're seeing a lot of things here. I think the ways that we can improve this, we talked about the obvious ones like the grass and the things like that, but the less obvious would be making sure that if not directions of some kind, that you need to have it in the title. So humans did this. Find the people responsible for this. What is this? And
It was
like,
probably
where
relevant to the conversation.
do we go?
But
Well,
we gotta
when I
be able
got-
to look at it.
when I got that one in particular, there was a one-line sentence from the guy. It was like,
Yeah.
"You want to help me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Humans did this, right?" So finding more narrative beats there to help get me on the path and through the way is ideal. All right. So what do we got?
and-
What do we got queued up here now, Rad Condad?
Well, we got an asset to look at, but we had
Okay.
a friend earlier having troubles getting their Wizzy the Blue hat that they had gotten a few months back. Make sure that you guys are checking your spam folders and just messaging us and trying to get a hold of us to make sure we got the right ETH address there.
Yeah, so one thing that I would say is that if it's the same person who came into the chat in the earlier stream, I had brought this up because I did see a message that said that if for any reason, so we have a chart that we keep track of, an Excel spreadsheet I've got it straight away saying Wizzy hat, green hat, Alpha passes, Wizzy the Blues, and like I still know the first person who ever received a Wizzy the Blue hat was Va Eva Man on November 21st of 2020, right?
Okay.
So
That's a ways away.
a long time ago. So we know if you come through and you're like, hey, I won this, right? Who had won in the past. That said, sometimes mistakes happen. I have got the last like 5 winners still up just in case for any reason the form got erased by somebody else or whatever. And with that in mind, if you did win and I announced it on the live, then please give me a clip of when I announced it or when Alex announced it or whatever, anybody who announced your winnings, and send them to me. You can tag me
tweet
in a
'em.
Discord or you can tag us on Twitter. Yeah. Me specifically, though, at TheVisionX, because sometimes at the Sandbox game doesn't get seen, especially on the weekends, purely because the social media managers that are in a couple different places around the world are they're not meant to work on the weekends. So if you have something where you have an issue with that, then send me a DM or tag me on Twitter with the clip, and then I will put you back on the list and we'll get you the green hat that we're distributing right now. So
Correct.
that in mind, since we're on the thread of giveaways, sir, before we jump into the next topic, gameplay, and or review of assets, we've got a form going out here in the chat, and it didn't go out to twitch.tv, so I'm going to send it again. There we go.
There we
Okay.
go. Let's go.
Please feel free to fill out this form if you'd like to win a Wizzy themed NFT that you can use inside of any game experience or inside the metaverse at Sandbox Game. This asset is a slight statistical adjustment for your character. And as such, game developers, yes.
If you carefully pull up our personal chat here, you can see I got our PNG of our hat here.
Oh, yeah. Did you send it to my alt account?
No, it's in our primary chat.
Okay. Can you send it to our alt chat? Like you to my alt account, and then tell me if there's anything in there that I couldn't show on the screen?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here.
Okay, thank you.
Because I do want to show this off.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to show it off as well. But I don't own a green one. I didn't get a blue one. I didn't get a Santa Wizzy hat. I'm shy on the hats. I just have this beautiful blue one with a gold rim. That's a 10 out of 10, baby.
Buenos noches, everyone. I applied for the Sandbox boot camp. When will I have a response or confirmation? Says Roxy Miguel.
Yeah, the Sandbox boot camp is managed by Inside Participate, specifically at participate.com. So unfortunately, we're not in charge of that. And so that being said, they're going to get back to you on whether you can get the Sandbox certified training there, but it's specifically through them and not through us. Kind of like when you apply for college. You know?
I'm pretty certain you are cleared. You just got my weird painting that's in my my living room.
Oh, okay. Well, that one's fine.
And then an old Vox guideline.
Okay. Oh yeah, the Vox guidelines. That's actually useful. People should know that. We should share that as well. Vox art guidelines. All right, folks. So the asset that we're doing a giveaway for right now, that currently 158 people have responded on out of 222 that are in the chat. So get on it, gamers. Is this lovely Wizzy the Green style hat? This seems to fall in line with the Western St. Patrick's Day themes. So you can see what that looks like now. And once again, this is useful on your character's head. It is a hat, so you can wear it around, taking up the head slot, giving you statistical bonuses as you are playing.
Covering up that receding hairline. Whatever you need it for.
Is that me?
Oh, no.
Is it you?
I think it's me today.
Say it's us.
It's us. Oh, no.
Then I'll agree, baby.
That's that retro talking again.
That's right. It's retro. Filled out the form. I hope I can win. Good luck, Motley Garage. Good luck to everyone who's filling these out.
Let's go ahead and we'll post the forum again for anybody curious on how to get that guy.
Let me post it. One more. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the one. 197 responses out of 222. So if you're just opening that, make sure you go quick.
EJ's got my number.
Gotta go quick. And only fill it out once. I noticed some people tried to fill it out multiple times earlier today, and I had a laugh about it. Because Lucas was like, boom, we just squashed 20 people out of this thing because you guys tried to cheat. No cheaters. Only one. Only one. Right.
Tom on YouTube says, if you use that asset as opposed to making an exact copy on VoxEdit, what would be the difference?
Well, first of all, folks, as you know, for those of you who've been here a while, individual asset creations are meant to be unique. So if you were to, let's say, take this asset and then try to translate it voxel for voxel inside of VoxEdit, create it yourself, and later when you can, mint it on the blockchain as a duplicate, those can be reported by you in the community. They can be moderated by currently us as staff after reports from the community. And if a user reports it, they may receive sand rewards for accurate and appropriate reports. Long term, in order to make that exact same system work the same way, you can report it for sand cost. And if it is found to be true by the community at large in voters, then the person who was reporting may receive sand rewards as a result.
Yeah, there's some fun incentive there.
Yes. Now, once again, this is for accurate reports. So the interesting bit to that, right, is making sure that everything is done in a way that is clear and is consistent. So for now, as we get it off the ground, we're going to be helping out with that as the Sandbox staff. And this is an essential step towards having the community be able to mint, because we don't want people to go through and just go, oh, I made a Wizzy the purple hat, because it doesn't exist now, right? Because to a certain extent, it's IP infringement, right, for those sorts of things. So you can't make all the Pokemon, right? That came up. You can't make the Pac-Man characters. You can't make Super Mario or Yoshi or something in the game. All of those, and I'm bringing up all Nintendo stuff off the top of my head, but but you can probably make a Space Marine, because that's relatively generic.
Yes, and the term Space Marine, just like elf and orc and things like that.
Yeah.
A lot of times can be overlooked when it comes to copyright.
Right.
And they're generic words, right?
Exactly.
Like that, right?
Exactly. And it's like, but if you go through and you make Master Chief, well, that's a dead giveaway. That's not a Space Marine, right? And Space Marine Green, well, now we've got our own, our own thing. So,
there could be a lot of people reporting out of sheer jelliness, but
and that actually Soul, yeah, well, I understand the line. Soul Cancer says should make it so that people have to put sand on deposit, and if they're wrong about IP infringement, they lose their sand. That is the case for the decentralized version in our plan right now, Soul Cancer.
Correct.
That's why you put up the sand at all for the report, so that the reports aren't just coming in so that people can get free, and then we have to waste our time going and moderating a bunch of stuff that was a wasted report, right? So if there was a reward for appropriately reporting, then it would probably only come after we have a system where you would have to make a deposit in order to get a potential larger reward, right? That way we don't have moderators, like, because I know it's going to start out like that, right? You start out with a handful of moderators, and if you got free sand rewards for reporting things appropriately, somebody would make a bot or some nonsense to try to just auto-report everything on the planet, so we all have to waste our time, right? And we don't want to do that. Right. So there's a right way to do it, and then there's the decentralized way to do it, which is its own different right way. So that's why some of those systems are taking a while. That's why some of this, I let the form go a little bit too long, but not too long actually, because we have more people in the chat. That makes me feel better. So the people on Twitch or on Twitter got a chance to do it. It's a Saturday. We're having a good time.
Elite _ asks, could I create my own assets?
You can create your own assets using VoxEdit software. So if you go to the website at sandbox.game, and let me just take you there really quickly. Sandbox.game. And you can see the market here, but you can click create and then click VoxEdit. And this is our asset creation software where you can model and animate and then later mint them as NFTs inside the dashboard right here on the website at sandbox.game. So after you... Yes.
FG Hanzo, 100%. Make your Joe and Conrad avatars, but they can't have our exact likeness. Otherwise, you're going to run into the same problem that you're going to run into with Wizards of the Coast, Nintendo, all of those fine, fancy folks. I'm going to come after you. That's exactly how it's going to work.
Disagree. I disagree, FG Hanzo. Somebody once upon a time made a beautiful representation of me. And I
would love to see it.
Did not save it because I was like, oh, I'll save this later. And then like a week's worth of DMs came in and I got lost in the ether.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I was like, it was like they sent it to me at my 2 a.m., right? And I happened to still be up. And I was like, oh, this is really cool. And it looks perfect. And thank you so much for doing that. And I'd like to be able to use it inside the sandbox later. Do I have your permission? And they were like, yeah, absolutely. Right. And then just time went by. I was doing stuff. I think it was during a game jam, right? So I had a bunch of assets to approve anyway, and they were just like, I was just working anyway, so I made this. And I was like, man, and it looked good. So hey, yeah, if you want to make one, I'm down. Cool, yeah. no copyright for me. You know what I
And
mean? Like,
Little Nori says, what if the Sandbox staff accidentally mistakes a report, gives the user sand, then the user puts his sand in another wallet? What do you guys do then? That sounds like pretty specific.
wait, okay, what if the Sandbox stuff accidentally mistakes a report and gives the user
Right.
sand, and the user puts the sand in another wallet? I'm confused as to how we would mistake a report. So okay,
Uh,
so part of the
if there was,
proofs of a
go ahead.
report, let me put it this way. Let's say you do want to report an asset as a duplicate, right? You have an asset that must already be minted. That's part of it, right? So we would have an asset like the Wizzy hat, right? And then you have to have another asset that is already minted, or not even that, submitted for minting, like it's been created and it's ready to go, because right out the way you won't have assets that are mintable. You'll have
Right.
the ability to have auto approved assets. What that means is your assets are at the stage right before minting. I don't know why my nose is so itchy today. But
And
the
then,
yeah, so then you report the one that's not minted yet as a duplicate of one that is minted, and it'll be like, oh yeah, okay, obviously that's the fake, right? So it'd be really hard to mistake that. But there is also some metadata that shows which ones existed first, and there's on-chain data that shows which existed first. So to this point, I'm going to fall back really quickly onto, once again, one of the most popular NFTs in all of NFTs, and that is the Bored Ape Yacht Club apes. There are fakes, but everybody knows which one is fake, right? Everybody knows which one is real. So if it's a high popularity collection like the Wizzy stuff, for us, then maybe somebody tries to make a fake, you'll still know which one was real. You'll know which one was made by Kamisaze or which one was minted by the Sandbox game, and you'll know who's got the fakes. So,
right, it's like owning that original Mona Lisa.
right. Yeah, like you can print out as many posters as you like. They're all not the real deal. You know what I mean? So,
And then, of course, minting, it all costs money to get it actualized, right?
right, right. And that's another thing, too. Like, the one thing that most people don't know is that the gems and catalysts are both ERC20 tokens. And inherently, that means that they have a value, right? So sand tokens, we know that. But if you're using your sand and you're using your land to produce these other ERC20 tokens, these gems and catalysts, maybe you don't use them and you're trying to sell them. People will buy them, right? Because they're going to want to create art. People who maybe don't even own land, right? They just want to create the art so that they can sell the assets on the marketplace and potentially buy a land. So, do you want to waste your stuff on making NFTs that people are going to say, well, that's not the real deal anyway, and never buy it? Probably not. So, to a certain extent, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right, right. And Eric BC Lim says, I would imagine there would be a ton of sword assets created. How do we prevent the same thing being created over and over again?
Sure. So, Eric, I think to that point, you're not going to see a lot of standard swords. This is going to be the same situation. You can report the asset before it's minted if it's an exact duplicate of another sword, but there's only so many creatives that you can do with a sword, right? So if it's too similar to other things, eventually I think artists are going to go, do I want to mint this at all? Is it worth my time? Probably not, because there's already 500,000 swords, and,
Right.
let's be a little more creative, a little more innovative. And,
And then
and
final
so,
question here
yeah.
before we get off to our winner. Time Machine Gaming LTD says, hey, quick, I can talk today, can't I? It's been a long day. Hey, fellas, quick question. Know any work around the glitch where your cart doesn't display any of the items I'm trying to check out?
Um, I assume you mean in the marketplace right now. Uh, so let's see if I can. On mainnet, this isn't going to work for me because I have everything as M sand right now. But let's add this. Let's add some stuff to the cart.
Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see if there is something really going on. Not for Joseph today.
Yeah, seems to work fine on this PC. So what I would recommend you do is that if you're having an issue, Time Machine Gaming, where it's not displaying the items, make sure that the items have availability. You can see these have differing availabilities here. And then as well,
Time Machine says, yes, correct. In the marketplace, it's through the MetaMask app on mobile. That might be the issues that were on mobile today.
MetaMask app on mobile doesn't have them in the cart. Yeah. I'll look at it on my mobile. I'll send you a message or something, Time Machine Gaming. I don't know if I don't think I follow you on Twitter. So maybe come back to us on Monday with that. I'm going to try it. I'll plug around on it on my phone and we'll see what we can do.
What we can't find. We got this question here.
I'll learn about it. And if we do have an issue with that where there is something that's genuinely wrong, then I can report it straight up to the dashboard team. We can get it fixed quickly.
Boom.
Nick Darkbringer says, any news about staking rewards for Matic M Sand, like NFTs that were given away with the ETH staking rewards? Don't have news about that yet because the assets aren't on Polygon. I think that's what we're waiting for, Nick, is you're waiting for the assets themselves, the marketplace assets, to be moved to Polygon. Retro rewards are really, really easy to do, though, because all we have to do is go back and look at blockchain data and say, at this time on this day, you know.
Right. So what do we got here?
Yeah, cool. So I did an RNG roll while we were talking, right?
Yeah.
And the roll was number 9 today. Number 9.
Below sub 10. Oh my goodness.
And we had 264 entries in today's
Who put it in early?
competition. So
who got first?
over on youtube.com, featuring Fenrir. Okay, FT space FENRIR. Number 9. Over there. So congratulations
9.
to you, number 9.
Number 9.
And I don't know why I remember this. But when I took my very first web design class in high school, all the PCs were labeled by number.
And you
my
had number
computer
9.
was number 9. So thank you. Thank you for giving me that memory on this day. I appreciate you. You know?
Heck yeah. Love a number 9, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7.
Nice. 2 number 45s, 1 with
Thank you, Nick
cheese, and a
Darkbringer.
large soda. A small Diet Coke. All right.
Got my junior bacon cheese up in here.
That's right. Rangre Shayus. We will not comment on rumors and speculation on this live stream.
Right.
Only facts.
It's not quite affecting SanFam, so SanFam, not worried about it.
Saw you drinking Pepsi earlier. I don't know what you mean by that. Why would I?
I have no idea.
Why would I drink
today?
Pepsi?
I actually have. I'm not shilling or anything.
It's a beautiful
but I'm trying
thing.
something new to where I'm
It's a
going away
beautiful
from
thing.
soda. So I got my body armors today.
I don't know why DJ EJ. First of all, DJ EJ, bold of you to assume that I drink whiskey. Secondly, yeah, but not while we're live. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I never want to do that. That always seemed weird to me. If anybody ever does that on this live stream, I'm gonna burn them at the stake or something. I don't even know. I don't know why I took it to that level right now. I'm taking it to that level today, folks.
I don't know, but not Jackie Chan
Woo!
perfectly understands us. Could you take 2 chicken nuggets and just throw them away?
Just take 2 chicken nuggets. Just throw them away. Yeah, because you want an
Right.
8-piece nugget.
Right.
Sir, we only sell a 10-piece. Take 2, throw them away.
Right.
It's beautiful stuff.
Now, if we could go over to our Discord,
Yes, sir.
And if you could scroll up on
Oh,
our personal
I see a
chat
little,
there,
little DM.
I want you to see an undead vampire that Michael's been trying to get us to see for like a week. I swear.
Wait,
He just wants us to look at it.
wrong Discord. Can you send it to the other
Wrong.
Discord?
I've got you. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm on PC2 with this one. PC2
Yes.
with this one.
No worries.
Thank you so much.
I'm on.
See, this
I'm
is
on
this is
PC
called
number
teamwork, folks. This is
23.
what it's all about. This is what this community is all about. It's about working together. Hodel Hill says throwing away nuggets is sacrilege, and I agree. You know what else is sacrilege?
Right.
You know what else is sacrilege? But I do it anyway. Sometimes I'm eating the chicken nuggets that are like the pink paste chicken nuggets, the formed chicken nuggets from a restaurant that is, we're not going to talk specifically name names, right? And I'll pick up one of those chicken nuggets and I'll peel the outside off. I'll eat this I want to call it the skin of the chicken nugget first. It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird, right?
You're freaking me out here, Joe.
It's kind of weird, right? Featuring Fenrir says, me? Yes, you.
Yeah.
Featuring Fenrir.
You did it.
You won.
Oh.
And I'm eating the outside of a chicken nugget. Why? I don't know. But let's click this link here. All right. So Undead Vampire. This is one of the 8 owners.
We just wanted to see it, check it out, give it a little review Michael wanted us to do. Yeah.
Okay. Trying to zoom in, but the box is not conforming to my zoom.
No.
Okay,
no.
So first of all, this is insane.
He's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Okay, so my impressions of the texturization, right? At the underside, I like this design. From just like this underside, this apparent like cut. I would have liked to probably see one single, or I guess since it's symmetrical, 2 voxels side by side.
Yeah, I want to see 2 white voxels.
2 white voxels. I want to see a spine in there. All right.
Right.
Because I mean, this is otherwise humanoid. So where's that spine, right? Now, as we move to the other parts of this described vampire,
Soul Cancer says some hangy bits. Yeah,
some hangy bits,
stuff, like
hangy
some
bits.
entrails.
You know, I think that depends. I think that depends because if this vampire was like, if it was a good clean, like if you had like Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy coming in with the Buster Sword, like little anime cut through the torso, maybe no hangy bits. You know, it's clean. It's clean.
Is it just gonna like melt it? Like, is that what you're thinking?
No, I mean it's an undead creature, right? So does it bleed out?
Yeah, his heart's pumping.
Does it? Does it? They're cold to the touch, right? Vampires are meant to be cold to the touch.
This just lets me full circle back into what I wanted to talk about earlier. So when you guys are creating your game jams for the retro, can we please get some side scrollers? If you can, make me some Metroidvanias, folks.
There we go.
I want to see some of that.
Apparently somebody's making Brittany laugh, and she's like within arm's reach of me, trying to hold in this laugh really hard right now. My wife, she's playing a little team fight tactics as we're chatting here. So okay, so let's get into some more of the visual elements. It looks like
these spikes are dope.
Yeah,
I like these a lot.
Yeah, the spikes are a nice little touch. It's a nice little touch. I think like the hands, these like claws that are covered in blood, like it makes sense because the character, I assume when it attacks you, it's swinging with hands. If that's not the case, then okay, maybe an adjustment ought to be made to the attack animation.
Does it just kind of like huck his torso at you?
yeah, and then but the detail on like the stomach area here, I kind of think about this as this doesn't look like blood to me. If it's supposed to, then I mean, obviously it's minted now, it's too late, but I would say make an adjustment. But to me, it's okay and it's on brand in that it looks just like this kind of like ethereal, like evil, magical, mystical red. If it was like neon or lights or some kind of glow that's happening there, right? Like, do you see that? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Chilios over here, or Chilios is overthinking it with our diagonal cuts. If it was a real sword,
cut be diagonal instead of straight across. You know,
over
the
here,
cut could be diagonal. You could do that. You just have to have one more body piece that you like made right here specifically to make it diagonal.
This is really cool. One of our friends here on YouTube, ML Jarman.
Sure.
Did my best there. Filipino folklore. That's I'm gonna butcher this. A Manananango.
Okay. All right.
I got you here. Don't worry. I'm gonna send you
Mananangal.
Okay, you're already looking them up. They're fun.
No, I see it. I mean, I see it. But you're gonna send me this? Please make sure that it's appropriate for this live stream. The following content may be
I was gonna try and find one that was a bit more appropriate.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You already know, sometimes vampires, sometimes, you know, people make it a little NSFW content, you know what I mean? Like every time they murder somebody, or the fact that this guy's topless.
I mean, is he topless though?
Is he though? I don't know. I don't
That
know.
looks like a unitard that's just been cut.
I don't know. What
There we go. We got a safer
are
word.
you? Yeah, Brittany's making
Right
fun
below
of the. Brittany's trying to say there's a little what it like. Okay, so some feedback from somebody who literally has no idea what this is meant to be. They appear to believe like this character could possibly have 6 breasts based on the texture happening in the chest area. 4 to 6
I can
breasts.
kind of see it. I think it is supposed to. I think that it's supposed to have a chest there. I think that's
Yeah,
the
I just
intention.
didn't
Not
see it
antennas. Those are
as.
horns.
I definitely didn't see it as breasts. I was confused a bit kind of between like chest hair and like chest muscle, but that's usually like defined by the voxels themselves. So, so, so that's objective feedback from somebody who has no idea.
Right.
And she's just laughing incessantly now.
FG Hanzo says, looks like a girl named Stephanie back in my high school.
Looks like a girl named Stephanie, all right?
Right.
It's a Manananggal of the Philippines.
I got you.
There we go.
Ali Plays on
Okay.
Twitch has got a description there. I got
Sure.
you one that's more akin to our
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, okay. It's cut in half. It's basically a vampire with some claws. It's getting bloodied. You know, according to my wife, it has fewer breasts than this character. No, I'm I'm sorry. I just had to laugh at that. But I think it's really good. I think it's really good for what it is. I like the detail that's happening in the wings. It kind of feels like the wings actually, and this is kind of, I guess, to Conrad's point, like when we talked about does it have a beating heart or not, you know, it does appear to have like vascular aspects to the wings, like veins in there, right?
Yeah.
And so if it does have veins and that blood is pumping, then there probably should be some kind of animation where the blood is leaving the body, maybe.
Is it possible to make an asset like this fly easily?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. There's a variety of ways that you can make an asset fly. You've seen us kind of test some of those where like if you're playing it as the character, you can grab an object and the object that you grab has an invisible thing under it, and so you can fly off into the space. But Rock 808 says overanalyzing way too much, but that's the point, right? That's the point.
Well, I mean, that's what we do here.
Right. Like when we talk about critiquing assets, like what takes it from a 10 and makes it an 11, because this is a great asset on its own. You know, it's nice. It's, I think, you know, quick takes. The mouth is maybe too cute.
Oh,
We
got some updates on the lore of our Filipino friend.
There we go. Okay.
They apparently take human form during the daytime and transform into Manananggal. I butchered that again, probably.
Yeah.
And during the night, eating babies.
Wow.
So
Savage.
I'm intrigued. I love me some fantasy. I'm gonna have to look into this. That's super fun.
But I like it. I think it's great. You know, it's a
Excellent.
great. It could be the main boss if you wanted it to be. It could be the main boss in a game.
I want to see this thing massive floating above me.
I don't think it's massive in terms of scale.
I want it to be.
I mean,
I want it to be real.
It would have to be redesigned to be much bigger because
when
I'm just looking at it, it's, you know, a meter and a half.
We got
tall.
our 2 meters, right? Because he's gonna be floating above.
Right. Yeah, we would assume it's already floating, and yeah, so overall it may reach that 2 meter height. But yeah, that's cool. I think it's cool. It's very nice, and you've done very well to make this. The hair is texturized, the wings are texturized in a good way, the body's texturized in a mythical kind of creative way. If I was reviewing this as an asset for the artist program, I would probably say remake the mouth because it looks too nice. It looks too cute for the rest of the character. It's not scary there.
I think it's supposed to be more, you know, taunting, right?
Yeah, I mean, if that is the case, then that feedback, that's where an artist typically goes back and forth with the lead to discuss those kinds of things. So
you get your final,
like, because I would like to see, like, when it's attacking, the potential for that mouth to animate, especially if in lore it eats babies, right? I don't just want to see it swing.
Right.
I want it
I'm
to
not
be
sure
like,
that,
"Bah!"
well, this
and
is our
really go
undead
get you.
vampire, remember?
Right.
It just
That's
looked
true.
like
That's true.
our
That's true.
our mythical creature.
That's true. That's fair.
It's supposed to be happy.
It's smiling, so it's supposed to be happy. If it's happy, if it's chilling, if it's just having a chat, if it's having a fireside chat with you, dude, this is perfect, right? If it's like if it's your ally that you're going to like hang out in, and you go into the castle and they're just chilling and they're talking to you and doing the little hip grab thing that the animation's showing here, then it's perfect just the way it is, and that's where it matters.
There's a lot of potential.
Yeah,
in this.
So it's really
what
cool.
We're trying to say.
I like it.
Nice.
Well, all right, folks. I think that's going to wrap it up for this evening. But it's been a wonderful time here hanging out with you guys on the Sandbox Game live stream. FG Hanzo closing it out saying it's happy. I mean, it means she ate a baby. Rip. Oh, correct. No. We don't like that. We don't like that. If they show up bringing nachos, then we're cool. Not Jackie Chan says. I would agree with that. Anybody brings nachos to a fireside chat, we're cool. We're cool.
But with babies, though, to eat?
No. The nachos are just regular nachos, Conrad. Just regular nachos. Wait, did the winner name get announced? The winner name did get announced over on YouTube.com. The winner was FT space Fenrir, Fenrir. That was the winner of today's Wizzy hat. It's green now, folks. If you didn't see it, let's show it again here really quickly.
It's green.
It's beautiful.
Got that
right here. It's got the buckle on it. It's a lovely time.
So cute.
We're going to close it out here by heading over to twitch.tv/thesandboxgame, and I am going to click on The Sandbox. And if you're currently live streaming The Sandbox Game, as is tradition on this channel, and it looks like currently G is Us is the only live streamer currently ready and waiting. So we are going to be rating.
Want this Twitch audience to roll over to your guys' stream? Make sure you're streaming right after us. So
that's right.
Say hi.
So get started as we get into this breakdown here, and we'll typically be rating you. I try to preference people who have who have been rated the least. So if you're a brand new streamer like we rated yesterday, then we're gonna jump in. We're gonna have some fun.
Right.
And if you're like half dork, hopefully it's not too overwhelming when we bring what is currently 97 people over there into the chat. So if you'd like to join us. The channel, G is Us, as a caveat. Their channel is currently intended for mature audiences. They are creating in VoxEdit, or in the Game Maker.
Everybody.
I think in the
We'll
Game Maker.
See you guys Monday. You only got 2 days.
That's right.
Next week.
That's right.
We got Sparky calling us Joe Rad now.
Joe Rad.
That can't be good. That can't be good.
Rad,
I do not ship us.
It's Rad Joe Dad. You know what I mean?
Rad Joe Dad. Oh,
Rad Joe Dad.
It flows too well. We got to go away from this one. Please, folks. Where's our music? Let's get us out of here. Oh, did we already rate? We haven't rated yet.
We haven't rated yet. We're going to let them.
We're
going to let them. Okay, you're out of here, Twitch. See you later, Twitch. Ah! We're getting a follow for these folks over here. G is Us over on twitch.tv/G_is_us. If you'd like to join us for the raid, once again, YouTube, Twitter, Be Live Theta. If you'd like to be rated on our Twitch channel, just make sure that you're live as we get going. But it's been a great time hanging out with you guys. And if you were the winner here today, look forward to that within